Hello, hello, my favorite CopperCube persons. I have another code alone video for you today, and in this one, we're gonna be coding a simple machine gun for your first person shooter game. So, first of all, as usual, let's just talk about what we are gonna be doing first, because it's really important to understand what you're gonna be doing before you start doing that. First of all, I've already prepared the scene. It's quite a basic setup. So I have a ground here, a plane node on which our person, not person, on which our like camera can walk. Then I have a first-person shooter style camera here. I've edited by clicking on camera, then first-person shooter camera. Um, and I also have a gun model, which is a child of player node which has type of camera. So I just done it by dragging it under the child node. And also I got this little plane here, which represents a muzzle flash, which should appear only when you're shooting. Um, basically, that's it. This model is animated, so it has different animations like idle, fire, and reload. And basically states which we're gonna be doing in which I mean our gun can stay will correspond to this animation. So idle state will play when we're moving, fire state will play then we firing our gun, and also reload if you run out of ammo and you need to reload the gun. Um, Regarding the approach of coding itself, at first I was thinking about using the same approach as I used for the previous video about zombie AI behavior, but then I thought that maybe I can just do it from scratch and sort of use a switch statement in order to manage different gun states. And if you're interested in making it with the state machine, you can probably watch the previous video and rewrite the code yourself because it will be that different, won't be that different. So first of all, to coding, to coding. As usual, I'm using this template which I prepared. I copy it, and we need to come up with name. It will be gun demo for us. Demo, demo. Then I'm changing all reference to from template to gun demo. And I also need to change description to gun dash, not dash, dash demo. Okay. This one is the name which is shown in CopperCube, so you can identify behavior you just made. And also property. We will need this property, but we will fill it in later, and we also rename it later. Let's just leave it as it is for now. So, where do we start? First of all, we need to prepare a bare-bone structure of our behavior. As I mentioned before, we will have 3 different states. So let's start with creating variables for these states names. So we will have gun state idle, state idle. I'm gonna be using strings to identify different states. When we will have gun state fire, state fire, and also the last state, which will be reload. As I was mentioning before, we will be doing something like a state machine. So we will also need another property to somehow keep the current state in which our gun now is now. So basically, I'll create a property and call it current state, car state. And by default, it will be set to idle. Then inside our onAnimate function, which is called every frame, we will add a switch keyword, and this switch keyword will flow our code execution to a different function based on the current state. So in case current state is idle, we will call let's call it just idle method with node and delta, I think, passing there. We also need to add break statement in order to sort of close this block. So it it could be logical if it was like that, for example, but it's not like that. So you need to add a break to in order to for code execution to be to stop here. Because if you don't do that, for example, you have a print statement here, and like let's say you have another case, fire state. This one, in case state is idle, this one will be executed first, and then it will keep executing all the code below. So it will also execute print, it will also execute some commands on the following lines, and it will happen until it hit break. So we need to add break after each case. So in case state is fire, we will same way call the fire function and add a break statement. In case state is reload, we will throw a reload. So many letters. We will call reload function. So we also basically need to create these functions, because like how we will call it if they're not there, right? So let's add idle, which will be a function which will have two arguments, node and delta, and do the same way for our two states, which are fire and reload. So this is like a basic structure of our behavior. Now let's just go to scene of plugins, reload, and add this behavior to our player node in order to make sure that we're not messing anything up and we can load our scene without any issues. No errors, which is good. Errors, which is good. So let's start first with implementing probably fire state, because like idle state is sort of default state. There's not much to do there right now. So first of all, fire state. It happens, fire happens when you press left mouse button. In order to detect mouse press, you have a specific function here in behavior prototype, which is called on mouse event. So in case mouse event is free, it means that left mouse button is pressed. Event 2 stays for left mouse button released. Let's first add another property here and call it fire next frame. This property will tell us if we need to perform fire action next frame, or like if we don't have to do that. Basically, if a event is free, in this case, we will say that fire next frame will be true. And since we are using an automatic gun, so it won't stop firing until you run out of ammo or until you release the left mouse button. We also need to add another event checker, which checks for event 2, left mouse release, and if released, we don't have to shoot next frame. So basically, there is only one state in which we can check for firing, and this is idle state. So in case our fire next frame is true, in this case we will need to check if it's possible to fire and basically perform fire. Let's start with simply switching our current state to fire state here. So we will just add a basic implementation and then we'll extend it. So in this case, if player press left mouse button, variable fire next frame, change that value to true, we will say that our state now will be gun state fire. And since the next frame, the next function fire will be executed instead of idle. So what we also need to do here is we need to switch animation. And in order to switch the animation, first we need to make a reference for our gun. So let's do that. The node is named gun. Let's just add another property here, call it this gun, and we're gonna get scene node from name. Name will be gun. So now here we're gonna be switching set scene node property this gun. We're gonna set its animation to fire. We also set scene node property with gun looping, so it's not animation is not looped anymore, to false. So now if we go to our game and run it, and if we press left mouse button, as you can see, we sort of can shoot, but it only plays animation once and then it starts playing. Let's also remove, not remove, I mean hide this muzzle flash. So looks like that. Not that fun, right? So it only plays once. What should happen in case we are in a fire state? So we should have some sort of like cooldown for gun. I'm not sure how is it called. So basically you can shoot only like that amount of bullets in some time interval. For that, let's just introduce another variable which we will call gun cooldown cd, and let's set it for 0 right now. And also we will create another variable gun cooldown length, which we will say set for something like 100 milliseconds, which means that you can only shoot next bullet as soon as this like 100 milliseconds interval is passed. So one shot in 100 milliseconds. You can also vary this for different types of guns, and for example, if you have more than one gun in your game, you can set different values for different guns. But for now, let's here in the same place also say that our gun cooldown is currently equals to gun cooldown length, which means that current gun cooldown, so the time which should pass before we can make a next shot, is now 100 milliseconds. Inside our fire function, we also pass delta here, and delta is basically time which pass between current and last frame. We calculated here. We will do the following. We will have our gun cooldown. We will subtract delta time from it. And we will also say that gun cooldown is max 0 or this gun cooldown. This could be also written in one line actually, like that. So basically what we're doing here, we say that it's either gun cooldown minus delta time, so time which passed since the last frame, or it's 0. So we won't have a negative value for gun cooldown ever. It will just be clamped to 0 on like the bottom value. And in case our gun cooldown is 0, in this case we will say that basically we need to set our state back to idle. So you're not shooting anymore, you can just switch back to idle. And let's just copy this thing here. Let's say, so now we have gun state idle, And also we will switch animation to idle and we will set looping to true. Let's see if it works. So now if I press left mouse button, it shoots. If I just hold mouse buttons, it shoots all the time. Because basically what is happening, we have this fire next frame set to true. And first of all, it checks for its value here in idle function. So it says it true. It switches to gunfire state. Then next frame it calls fire. It starts to calculate like this cooldown thing. As soon as it switches to idle state, it once again checks for fire next frame and it switches back to fire state. And this is very useful because that way basically we control how often do we actually shoot, because we will add like the actual shooting action, the actual recasting later. But for now, I think this is okay. So now let's go with the next part, which is adding like ammo to our gun. So let's say we need, first of all, let's just do it in the scene. Let's add another 2D item, put it somewhere here, and this will be our ammo counter. So it will look like, so how many bullets do you think it has in the magazine? It looks like 50, but we want, or maybe 30, I'm not sure. Let's say it's 30, and basically, let's say we also have like 30 more or 60 more in stock. So it looks like that. Basically, then you shoot one bullet. This first value should decrease by one. And in case you run out of ammo, you now have to reload. That's the idea. That's what we are going to be doing. First of all, let's rename this to hot ammo, and let's reference it in our code. So here I have all the nodes. Let's just say hot ammo gets in node from name, and also name it hot, or also pass hot ammo here. So, and what do we need now? So now we also need some properties to store this variables, to store this value. So basically this one first, I will call it probably just ammo, and this one will be stock. So let's say somewhere here maybe this ammo is 30, this stock is 60, something like that. And also we need another property which will define the maximum amount of bullets which fit into our magazine. So it will be 30 in this case. So let's call it ammo max and also set it to 30. So okay, what are we doing now? It's once again pretty basic. So every time we are shooting, so every time we are setting our state to state fire, we need to decrease our ammo by one. So this is like pretty obvious, I think. And also every time you updating the ammo, you need to change the text on our HUD. So let's just do it like that. Set scene node property. Let's put it here, and then we put text, and the text would be basically this ammo plus slash plus this stock, something like that. Let's just run the program and see if it works. So now, as you can see, we are running out of ammo, and now it's just negative bullets. So it sort of works, but not properly yet. We are not there yet. And so here we can actually add another check. So let's just do it like that for now. So for example, if his armor is 0, in this case we can't shoot anymore. It's like the simplest thing. So not 0. So it should be the opposite if it's not 0. So now if we shoots, and now as soon as there is no ammo left in the magazine, you can't shoot anymore, no matter if you press button or not. So this was the simple part. Now let's jump into the hard part, which is making our gun reload. First of all, we need to read a value. Basically, how do we do it? How do we reload? We press R button on the keyboard, and this sort of triggers the reload event. Or another condition could be, for example, you run out of ammo and it starts automatically. But let's just start with key pressed. I can't remember what is the key code for reload, so I'll just probably copy it from here. Oh, just a second. Key R. So key R is 82. Let's just add another variable here. And here inside on key event, we will say that if key equals to key R and also key is pressed, in this case, we will say that this reload next frame equals to true. It's basically the same way as we've done with fire next frame. So it's pretty much the same logic. You just create an event, and if it's true, if the property is true, in this case, next frame, we will trigger the reload event. The only difference which I would like to do is I will also sort of nullify this event. So every time the on animate execution finishes, I will set, in the end, I will set this value to false. Basically, that way you can avoid the situation when, for example, player shoots the gun, or not shoots, reloads the gun, and it automatically starts reloading once again as soon as it's reloaded. Or for example, if you have multiple states in which you can't shoot, the reload will be triggered very next frame than your previous state completes. So I will just sort of nullify that. Maybe it's actually a good idea to add this not here, but only add it maybe here and here. So in case you're firing and you pressed reload button while firing, you still can reload. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's even not required an idle state. Let's just put it like that for now. So basically, this will prevent second reloading trigger. Yeah, now regarding the reload, it's pretty much the same as with fire. We can go to reload state from idle state. So let's put it before fire because we need to check the ammo count first. So if this reload next frame, in this case, we're gonna set that our current state is now gun state fire. We will set animations. So our animation will now be reload. Let's just check really quickly if it's called reload or not. So it's reload, and we will say to reload, and we will also say that looping is false because we don't want to loop it. As same as with fire, we will also have some. So this state, reload state, it will take some time to complete, and then it should return back to idle state. For that, we are going to be using the same approach with this gun cooldown, but we will call it something like this reload cooldown. I don't know. Let it be cooldown for consistency, and also will be reload cooldown length. So how to calculate how much milliseconds will reload take? the most basic approach, the most basic thing which you can do, you can just go to your animation editor, check how many frames are here. So it's like uh, I don't know, I can't count. It's just stupidest thing to try to calculate something. So it will be 28 frames, and since we only have 25 frames of animation per second, we will divide by 25, and it means that it will last, the whole animation will last 1 second and 1.12 second. So it will be like that, 1,120 milliseconds will take the whole reload thing. And here we will do pretty much the same as we've done with guns, with fire. So we will have like this reload cooldown equals to this reload cooldown length. And we also put a return statement here, so we don't have to execute it till the end. And this will be like the correct logic, because there is no chance you can shoot after you triggered the reload, right? So kind of logical, at least for me. Okay, so now it reload. We pretty much do the same as we've done with the fire state, but instead of gun cooldown, which is a really bad name, we will say that now this is reload cooldown, and also reload cooldown here. And if reload cooldown completed, in this case, we will return back to gun state title. So now let's just see really quick if it doesn't work. Why? It didn't work because because it's the wrong state here. So it should be gun state reload. Yeah, that's the issue with copy pasting. You just copy pasting something and then it doesn't work. So I just forgot to change the state. And now if you try it again, as you can see, we play reload animation. Now we can shoot again, but reload doesn't refill our uh, amount of bullets in our magazine. Let's just fix it really quick. First of all, how do we understand how much bullets can we load? We have our maximum capacity, so it won't be more than maximum capacity, and there is also stock, so it won't be more than we currently have in stock, right? So if, for example, we only have like 15 in stock, we only can load 15, even though the maximum capacity is 30. Let's revert this back, and let's go to reload state. I think we need to also put it here, let's say, because let's put it to the top, because we only will refill the amount then animation has already played. So let's say, first let's calculate how much bullets can we load. So let's introduce a variable, bullets to load, and it will be minimum of two values. So it's either the ammo max, so maximum amount bullets in the magazine, or it will be stock. So it's either like, I already told it 4 times. It's either how much it is stock or how much it's possible to load. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is we remove this bullets to load amount from stock, and we will also add the same amount to our current ammo amount. That's it. And as usual, I mean, not usual, as the same as with fire, we also need to update our HUD ammo text with the new values of ammo in stock. Let's just try and see if it works or not. So we're shooting, now we're reloading, and it didn't quite work, right? Okay, so something is not right. So I believe something is not right in this part. So it shouldn't be ammo maximum. It should be ammo maximum minus no, No, not like that. Just let me think for a second. So basically, I didn't consider that there might be some bullets which are left in in uh, the in the magazine. So basically, what we need to do is we need to calculate these two. No, not these two. How do I do that? Um, let's go from the beginning. So let's just remove this and just let bullets to load. Let's think about logic first, because it's always like that, and you try to do something on video, you just get confused. So first of all, we cannot load more than we have in our magazine. So it will be ammo max minus this ammo. So in case we have, let's say, 30 bullets already loaded, and we try to put another, it will be zero, right? So it's fine. And okay, and also in case minimum. Hmm. All right. Let's just try it. I mean, because I'm totally confused, like right now. So what will be if we do it like that? Will it work or won't it work? I'm not sure. So now it sort of works, but I think I'm missing something, but stupid. Or is it correct? Okay, so now I think it's correct. Now I think it works as intended. So okay, 0. Yeah. So now it works better. So I just forgot to subtract the amount of ammo which was in the magazine, but whatever. Only quality content for this channel. But I mean, this is how it works. So sometimes you just run into the issue and you need to figure it out. And basically, the simplest way is to just check in game, like if it works or not. Let's just change it back to constant value. All right. So is that it? Do we? No, it's not it. It's not it there. We're not there yet. So basically, the next thing which we want to do is we also need to check if this and play this animation in case, for example, we run out of ammo and we want it to be automatical. So let's say in case we have 0 ammo right now, and we also have something in stock. In this case, we're gonna fire the reload animation. So, I just need like a small, no? Oh no, it doesn't. Yes, because it shouldn't be and, it should be or statement. So in case either reload next frame is true, or in case we run out of ammo and we have some more ammo in stock, in this case we can reload, right? So this should work. I'm just tired of it. Let's just set it to 10 right now. 10 and also 10 here and also 10 here. So now, yes, it reloads automatically, and if nothing happens, just nothing happens. That's it. We are here. Yeah, so this is the basic state machine for working with animations. Now we need to put some other things to these extensions, like for example, sounds. I will be doing it a simple way. I have under the folder containing my CCB file, I also have like a sounds folder. So I'm just gonna play the corresponding files, then I'm switching to states. So for example here, then I'm switching to fire state. I'm gonna be playing, let's do it like maybe at the bottom so it's always consistent. I will just play CCB, play sound, and it will be sounds, and also is it called fire? I also wonder if it works because I didn't check it. So maybe like it has some wrong encoding or something like that, but let's just see if it works. Oh my god, it's loud. That's so loud. I'm sorry. I can just probably put sound mixer a bit loud. Okay, even I'm so sorry. Only quality content, you remember. So yeah, okay. So now the sound is playing. We will do the same with reload. So in case we're switching to reload, here on the bottom we will put our is it called reload there? So yes, it's reload. Our reload sound. Perfect. And also in case let's say we have um, we have fire next frame and not here. Let's just do else here. So it will be else. So in case no, it won't work like that. We need another statement. Let's just do it the dirty way. Let's just copy this statement. So what I'm trying to do in case we are triggering fire next frame, but we actually run out of ammo. So ammo is 0 and we can't reload because there is nothing in stock. We will play another sound, which we will call um, dry fire. I think it's dry fire. Let's just check dry fire. So let's just set this to 0. Yeah, it sort of works. You got the idea. Basically, what you need to do, you need to no, not like that. So it's a mistake once again. Let's just redo that because this way, as it uh, basically as logic suggests, this will play every frame. So we don't want this. We want this to only be played once. Yeah, we want this to be only played once and then it stops. So basically what we're gonna do, we will take this fire next frame and we will also put it here. So in this case, we will just set it to false. And once it played, it only played once and then it changed the state, not the state, the property to fire next frame to false. And next frame, it doesn't try to fire once again. So we don't have this thing going on. Yeah, so I think that's it regarding the sound setup. And now we need to do one most important thing is to make our gun actually fire. And we need a property for this one. So I'm going to be using the default CopperCube built-in action, which is called shoot or something like that, or fire. I think it's shoot, in order to shoot the gun. So um, I need a way to pass this action to my behavior and actually invoke it from behavior. So let's just use property for that. So let's rename property to fire action and or action fire. I don't know. It sounds more like it. Like what? Like something. Change property to action, default to none. And as soon as you've done it, as soon as you updated these values, the thing is, CopperCube won't automatically update these values here. So what you need to do is you need to remove this behavior and then go to Edit, Plugins, Reload. And here you need to add this behavior back again. And so now you have the proper property. Yeah. And here we will add game and sound shoot. It will be direct hit now bullet and current AI or camera. I think that's how it is. Let's just add some enemy in order to check if it actually works or not. So this will be our sleepwalker guy who is also like the really common target for us, the guy which is shot a lot by me. Then I'm doing something with CopperCube. Let's just go here and add what is it? Game behavior actor. This will be stand still. Also, does it have a death animation? Doesn't matter. We just go to on attack, not on attack, action, on hit. We'll go to action and hit, and then our scripted action, which we will just set to execute JavaScript. And here we will put print enemy hit. So in case enemy got hit, it should appear on screen. So now if you just okay, it's not hit. Why is it so? Please don't tell me I need to direct hit now bullet. Okay. Stupid me. It's because I'm not calling this action actually from behavior. So sorry for that. I'm just not come. I came not prepared today. That's it. I just came not prepared. So in case in our idle function we have we are shooting next frame, we will also invoke not this, what am I doing? Invoke action, and we will invoke our fire action and pass our node there. So now, if you shoot this guy, you can see that enemy is hit, and I think he should die or something, I'm not sure. It's probably because I missed all most of the shots, and let's just get it back to like something like that. So now he's dead because his animation is not playing anymore. So basically we killed him. And yeah, another thing which I almost forgot, thank you for reminding me, is this muzzle flash thing. So it should only be visible in case we are firing. And we are gonna make it like the simplest way possible. First of all, let's reference it from our behavior. So this flash equals to get synode from name and flash, and here then we firing once again we will just say set synode property with flash visible, and we will toggle visibility to true. So the thing is, it won't disappear right itself. I mean it won't hide itself, and in order to hide it I will just add another really simple behavior. So let's just copy template once again, call it gun muzzle gun flash, once again rename everything. So in this one I don't need any properties. I will also rename it to gun. What was it called here? Was it gun or was it demo? What is it? Yes, it was gun. So flash, and this one will be quite basic. We want anything here, and instead of having last time property, which we use to calculate data, we'll have a hide time. So this will be a time then the node should be hidden. So in case hide time is null, in this case we will say that it equals to current time ms, which we receive from as input to our own animate function. And also we will increase this time by, let's say, maybe, I'm not sure how long should it persist, 50 milliseconds, something like that, I'm not sure. And we will also say if time milliseconds is greater or equal to this hide time, in this case we will set node property current node visible to false, and we will also say that this hide time is null again. Since the whole behavior won't be executed, then the node is not visible. What it will do, on the very first frame it appears, it will set the hide time, and then it will complete the execution. Then it will check, and as soon as our coding time is greater or equals than the time when we should hide the node, we will hide the node, and we will set hide time to null again. So the whole behavior will be executed next time, will be executed only then node becomes visible again. I hope this is more or less clear. I really hope, but I have doubts. So let's just reload it once again and add this little behavior to our muzzle flash, gun flash, and let's see if it works. Yay! Maybe it's not positioned that good. Probably it should be somewhere here. So I think that's it. And this video is once again much longer than I thought. And there is a bug here. Is it a bug? No, it's not a bug. It's just because I also need to switch this value to 30. It seems to work. You can add all different type of things to it. For example, you can check if you have maximum amount of bullets in your magazine right now. You are not allowed to reload. You know what? Let's just do something else. Let's just do some more stuff. I feel like doing something else. So let's say we can only we only allow reload in case current ammo is not the same or less than maximum amount of bullets. So now in case, oh, what am I doing? So now in case there is 30 bullets in the magazine, it won't allow us to reload. But if shoot once, it automatically reloads. No, we won't do that. I'm not sure what is happening. Why is it so? Let's just leave it as it is. No, we won't leave it as it is. We will complete it. So let's just think, why is it happening? So basically, reload is happening, reload is frame. This reload, it happens because what? Either this one or that one. I should have stopped. I know I should have stopped on because it's always like that. It's like then you play in a gig and like someone says, let's play one more song, which we totally not prepared for, and everything goes south. So it's the same here. Why does it do that? I mean, I don't understand. It doesn't do it first time. Oh, I'm not sure what is happening, but now it works. I don't know. It works. Totally confused. Total confusion. And so the next thing which I was thinking about, probably we can actually have different fire modes for our gun. So it will be like it has like an automatic mode, then it can shoot multiple bullets, and also it will have like single shot modes. So let's just do that really quick. Is auto mode true? It will be true by default, and in case I can't remember what event stays for right mouse button, so let's just do it. Let's just learn it really quick. What is happening? Keyboard, please stop. Let's just do it like that, and then just So it's 5 for right mouse button. So in case event equals 5, we will say is automod equals opposite of what it was before. So we will just toggle it. And in case, so let's go back to our onAnimate function. In case it's not in automatic mode, we will just say that fire next frame will equals to false. And let's see if this works. Just so now it's automatic mode, and if we click once, it just single mode. If we toggle it, it's automatic mode again. I'm not sure, like if you can hear something, because I never checked how loud desktop is. I believe it's the first video which I actually do with uh, audio coming from the desktop. But anyway, okay, it's long enough video right now. It's almost an hour, and I thought I will manage to do everything in 20 minutes. So thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you like get till here. Anyway, see you soon.